Alright, so I'm gonna try to make a condensed tutorial on doing the dual-wield Infinity Ward side. I did record this already, but I didn't really want to upload another 6 GB video again, since it was like an hour long, since I think I did show like the entire process. So I'm just gonna show how you do it in Maya, since getting to work in game is pretty much the exact same thing as doing it the Treyarch way. So if you don't know how to go from the exported files out of Maya, as in the X model export and the X anim exports, to having the compiled mod, then I recommend watching the ending part, or at least the second half of the Treyarch way of doing the dual wields. So I'm gonna cover, I'm gonna try to cover both methods in one video. If not, I'll split it. So I didn't even prepare, so here we go. We'll go ahead and get our model from Mar for 2 or Mar for 3. There are specific guns that are going to work one way and other guns that will work another way, so depending on which one we get this time, then I'll show the other way the second time around. Let's do the clock. If I remember right, the clock uses the interesting method. That's if I remember how to do it. And because I completely reinstalled World of War basically, because I deleted it, I don't have any of my old files anymore. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open it up. And I'm back to using 2012. Yay! This new version. Alright, we'll go ahead and bind it. I'll do a file, save scene as. So Black Ops, okay. No, not War for 3. World of War. I'll export custom. Damn. Alright, I'll call this view model, I guess, Glock. For now. We'll go ahead and get rid of the attachments. And rail. Show mesh. No, it's show joints. There we go. And now we should have just our Glock. Control S. I don't know why my thing doesn't. I don't even know how to get rid of the alarm. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go to file save scene as, we'll call it base. And now you just want to get a pair of view hands. I'm going to have to grab mine from Black Ops. And just to make it faster, I use Tom's join weapon to rig. And we'll do Control S. And then, alright, so we got a tag weapon 1. If you don't have a tag weapon 1, I would recommend go ahead and making one just by going to your animation tab, clicking on this button, the joint tool, click somewhere until it makes a joint. There we go, and hit enter. And then click on tag weapon and hit the connect joint right here. So that way it should move it to position. Yep, there. And we're going to duplicate this. Let's see, we're going to need a total of 3. So the first one we'll call tag torso right. Tag torso left. Tag weapon left. And so that way we know what file this is. We'll go ahead and make, call it animated model. And then we'll go ahead and drag tag weapon. Actually, no. We need to set all the translates on at least the tag torsos to. Actually, I think we can leave them there for now, because it won't matter as long as we have it there. It'll be fine. And then make a select tag weapon and do Control D, so we have a tag weapon 1, and rename all the joints to be tag weapon left. So actually, we didn't need that one. Then we have tag weapon right. One, bolt 1, tag brass 1, tag clip 1, and tag flash 1. I might as well say now, this is for the secondary method of doing the dual wields. The first method that I usually do is a lot easier, and it's kind of similar to the Black Ops 1 dual wields, but some of the animations use a modified tag torso. I don't know why they would do that when they could just use tag weapon, but moving on. We need to be able to save the position of tag torso for each hand, so that's why we're going to do it like this. Some guns aren't going to work that way because then they move tag torso in the animations. So yeah. And actually we did need that tag weapon, because we don't have an original tag weapon to work off of, so I'll just make another one. Connect. 0 out. Tag weapon. So then now we should have tag weapon left with J-gun 1 underneath it, and then tag weapon right with J-gun underneath that. So we'll go ahead and drag tag weapon right underneath tag torso right, so that way it's parented. And then tag weapon left under. Wait, I do. Drag it onto tag torso left. So we got tag torso left, tag weapon left, J-gun 1, and tag torso right, tag weapon right, J-gun. Alright. So now we'll go ahead and drag these two under tag weapon. And that should be it for the rig that we're going to use. So since I did this in a separate file, I'm going to save it, and we'll go ahead and export the model. There. Animated model. Edit, select hierarchy, and select a mesh from the gun. Save, export. Yes. If you're working off base, then hit no. So we'll go ahead and open up base. Alright, so now we're going to need to get our animations. So I'm just going to grab mine off screen real quick. View model, block. Good, they're named akimbo. Control S, or Control C, sorry. Call the folder TAnims. Paste in there, and I'll just make a new folder now and call it anims. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the first one. So we'll drag it fire left on, and then do a file, save scene as, go to your anims folder, and just call it fire left. So then just leave it like that, go to file, open, and open up base again. And then drag fire right, and just so that way I can save while I'm working on it, I'm just going to go ahead and call it fire. And then now you want to go to your file browser and go to the anims folder and drag fire left onto here. Okay, that's weird that it actually did a texture. Okay, so now to combine the rigs. Obviously from the right hand rig we're going to want to use the right hand weapon and the right hand arm, and from the left hand left arm and left weapon. And I forgot to make a joint in the base rig. I'll go ahead and just make it now here, and then we'll make it again before we do the next animation. So just set all the translates to 0, and then select tag torso in the right hand rig. Whoops. Joint 1, tag torso, and connect it. And then rename this to tag torso rig. And then if you don't have another tag weapon, then go ahead and make one of those. I forgot to mention that as well. I haven't done dual wields in at least a couple of weeks, at least for World at War, so it's like don't remember all of it. Alright, so on the left hand rig, we're going ahead and rename tag weapon to tag weapon left, J gun, J gun 1, J bolt 1, tag brass 1, tag clip 1, tag flash 1, then tag torso to tag torso left, and then here we'll just drag the left hand into anywhere else. We'll just put it there for now, and then drag okay, so then now you want to go ahead and drag J shoulder right into the tag torso rig, and the J shoulder left from the left hand rig into tag torso rig. Now we'll drag tag weapon into here, and we'll set tag weapons translates to 0. I'm going to rename it to tag weapon, and I rename the right hand tag weapon to tag weapon right, and we can leave the J guns, and rename this tag torso right. And then just drag this right hand up, so that way all we have left here is the left hand, and I'll delete this tag weapon since we don't need it. And then drag tag torso left to tag weapon, and this tag torso right to tag weapon. Rename tag torso rig to just tag torso. And then now we should have underneath tag weapon the tag torso left, and the left hand for it, and the J shoulder right with tag torso right. Now all the joints are renamed as they should, and then just for viewing purposes we move this rig away. So we just have this rig. Now if you look at it, I believe it's gonna, no, cool, so it worked. Now if we look around in third person, the animation should look fine. Yep, cool. Alright, so now we can go ahead and save this, and now we'll export it. Export XAnim, set it to 0 to 5, yeah, 0 to 5, save to, we want to, wait a minute, okay, yeah, I did export there. Let me go ahead and just redo the path real quick for my plugin. XAnim, now it should be the right path. Yep. We'll call it custom weapons. MJ2 Glock. And do wield fire. And we'll just select all the joints. Save, export, and yes. And that is our fire animation. So I'll just do one more anim to try to explain it a little better in case that confused you. I wouldn't be surprised if half the people just lost where they were. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set up this rig properly first. So first we'll go ahead and make a new joint, and just click anywhere and call it tag torso rig, and then while you're still selected, select tag torso and do connect, and then do Control D and set, go ahead and drag it underneath tag torso rig, and then rename it to tag weapon rig. And now we can delete that one because we've got the new tag weapon. And let's just see where it is real quick. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna leave joints on for this animation so that way we can see how it looks. And that should be right. Yep, that's all we need. So go ahead and save it like that. And now we'll do file save scene as. Well, actually no, because you don't have an animation loaded yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and load the next animation, idle left. And then go file save scene as, anims, idle left, file, open, base, and then drag idle right, and then we'll drag idle left, or the idle left.ma onto here. Go file, save scene as, anims, click idle. I'm just curious to see what happens if I reload it. Oh cool, so it does load the texture on it now. Alright, so we'll go ahead and work with this. So now we're going to do the same thing. So we'll just open up the rig a little bit so we can see where all the joints are. Alright, so from the left hand rig, we renamed tag torso to tag torso left. Rename the right hand rig tag torso to tag torso right. Tag weapon on the right hand rig to tag weapon right. Tag weapon on the left hand rig to tag weapon left. And then underneath tag weapon left, rename all the joints to have a 1 at the end of them. Then we'll just drag the right hand or the right shoulder from the left hand rig up so it's not underneath tag torso. And then we'll go ahead and drag J shoulder left to tag torso or rig. We'll drag the J shoulder right from the right hand rig to tag torso or rig. And then drag J shoulder LE to somewhere else. So in there, that's fine. And then drag tag torso left into tag torso rig. Tag torso right into tag torso or rig. Rename tag torso or rig to tag torso. Rename tag weapon or rig to tag weapon. And then drag tag torso left and tag torso right into tag weapon. Now if we look, we should have all of that correct. And we'll drag away tag view. And we'll look at how the animation plays. Like that. They move the other hands even though they're not used. Alright. I guess that's just how it is. So we'll go ahead and save it, then go to export, and export how you do any other animation. Custom weapons, MD2 Glock, do wheel idle. Let's just see what would be a good FPS to export this in. 30, let's try 25. See how that looks. Because the FPS that you put here will determine how it plays in game. I guess 30 is fine. Then we go edit, select hierarchy, save, export, yes. And we'll close it. And that will just reopen base. And that's pretty much how you do the animations, or all of them, since there is no ADS. You just keep exporting tag view so that way the position remains there. And save changes, yes, save. And I'll probably go ahead and cut to testing game now to see if it works. So yeah. Oh no, I almost forgot to show you guys how to do the view model. It's actually pretty similar to how we do the. It's pretty similar how to do. Sorry, tongue twisted. It's similar to how you do the Treyarch view model. So view model, block, do wheel, and we'll go ahead and drag in another one of the Glock. So then rename to one of them at least to have joints with one at the end. And then we just make 4 joints. Yes, 4. So tag torso, no. Tag torso right for the first. Tag torso left for the second. Tag weapon right. And tag weapon left. And then, oh, hold on, before you drag them in, just select all of them and set their translates to 0. And then go ahead and drag in tag weapon right, and then tag weapon left, and then JGun 1, where you put underneath the, hold on, put it underneath tag weapon left, and then JGun goes under tag weapon right, and then make one more joint, tag origin, set translates to 0, and then drag the 2 torsos underneath that, and then select all of the left hand joints, and set the translates to 0, and then save, and you export the model. I know I didn't mess with any materials, I'll probably do that later, or maybe never. Email Glock, do it. And select the meshes and the joints, edit, select hierarchy, save, export. No. Actually, yes, we do want to save. And that's pretty much it, so I'll probably cut to testing them in game later. So, yeah.